Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby. What's up? We're generating a world of harmony, leveraging astrology to do it. Harmony. Capricorn is one of those symbols that actually achieves harmony in life. And what's important with Venus and Capricorn, what's important with Mercury and Capricorn, what's important, most importantly, with Pluto and Capricorn, is that it's been there since 2008. Pluto and Capricorn has been there since 2008. We must understand that Venus and Mercury first, and then eventually, and Venus is moving fast right now, but eventually, and that means something, but eventually the sun will also catch up to Pluto. For the last time before 2023, the last time since 2008, us transforming and facing our biggest, most irrational fears on the public stage. Understand what I'm saying to you right now. I am talking to you on YouTube publicly. 10th house, you see me. This is Capricorn. You see me publicly. We have the South Node in Scorpio deciding to help out with this water energy, working with the earth energy. Earth and water work very well. And Scorpio is bringing up our career dirt, how we have climbed the social ladder, and where have we been essentially manipulated in power struggles with other people in the business and the workspace. And now we finally see and we peep game with the moon in Scorpio today, going 10 degrees over the South Node in Capricorn, which is helping us understand from 2008, before we finally close out, before this Capricorn season finally close out, and eventually Pluto will move into Aquarius, and we have an entirely different irrational fear with our friends groups, our hopes, our dreams, and the pressure that it takes to alchemize our ideas. Fixed wind, the pressure, fixed wind, air, Aquarius, that it will take began at the base of the mountain, aka Capricorn. From the base of the mountain to the top of the mountain, there's full control. Pluto, Capricorn, these symbols are symbols of power, archetypes of control, archetypes that are willing to manipulate energy, as well as people. With more on the Scorpio, can easily manipulate people, can easily bring up power struggles and dynamics between what is the psychological motivation that you are now discovering at the height of the mountain with a larger perspective in Capricorn season, valuing more integral relationships because of these painful relationships and what they have shown you, and how our mind in Mercury, which is in Venus, Mercury, which is in Capricorn, our mind has already preemptively passed how our family and our traditions have structured the career we even were willing to choose. If I give you an example, in the beginning, exercise physiology for me was what I wanted to study, and everywhere I went, it used to irk the hell out of me. My parents were like, oh, my son is a physical therapist, and I was like, no, I am not. And I used to stand for that all the time. This is when the South Node was in Aries back in 2014. Okay, so about 6 years ago, aka it takes 7 years for a full cycle. So this is Uranus's impact. This is Uranus's impact. Uranus was in Aries back then. So from 6-7 years ago, I was fighting for literally my own identity, Aries, and what I will do and be in the career. Now, this impacts me in that particular example a lot more because I am in Aries, or wherever Aries is in your chart. But it's Capricorn season, so wherever Capricorn is in your chart, it's impacting that exact area now. So this is a prime example. It's a prime example. And I was like, no, I'm an exercise physiologist. I'm going to go, and I'm working right now in healing diseases, not in a hospital, which is part of what is expected with my degree, with my major, with my career, with how I'm going to climb the ladder. The wise way to climb the ladder based off of tradition would have been for me to go do physical therapy and work through and potentially get a doctorate in this direction. And I was like, Uranus and Aries, I'm going to choose my own bold direction, And I'm literally going to rebel, not against you or the traditions, but for myself. So right now, while the South Node is going 10 degrees over, we are bringing up our dirt. We are starting to understand. You're starting to have memories come back. You're starting to have not even really past life. Quite frankly, it's this life. Like I'm telling you right now, 6 to 7 years ago, in this life, how you used to progress and how you were stifled and controlled at a psychological level. Scorpio is psychology. And we have the moon there right now, so we have the ability to dip into our past life before this new moon in Capricorn comes. Because this new moon in Capricorn is really going to be at the 1st degree. What did I say? Aries. Aries is a key player in this because at the same time, tomorrow, December 20th, Jupiter goes into Aries. This is how we're finishing where we actually started. We started while the Uranus was in Aries, which was radically developing our sense of self and identity, the courage and the boldness that it takes to say F everyone else, as well as with the Libra elements, we're going to have faded moments with relationships with people that we meet. Because the vertex is in Libra, so there's will be faded moments of people that you meet and relationships that you have had from that time of 6 to 7 years ago till now, before Pluto implodes. Implodes means it goes inwards. Enough pressure has happened. People have stifled you enough in Pluto. You have been controlled enough. You have had enough rules that officially you're ready to break. If you were wise and you were smart, I'm gonna be straight up. I mean, I'm in Aries. I am what I am. You were doing it like me 6, 7 years ago. This for me was what began to create enough pressure. Capricorn works from pressure of repressed emotions that says I am not a physical therapist. That allowed me to break through to my true identity, which is now an astrologer, now working in human design, now running memberships for astrology. And that's how Saturn and Aquarius 11th house groups were beginning to form. What about your individual personality is so unique that you can actually run and base a career off of it, where you can stand on top of a mountain of wealth. Wealth defined by the things that matter to you. The things that bring a sensual sensation to your body, that gives you a sense of security, that not only have you made it in your career, but you have the time to reflect on the pressure that has been placed upon you and realize that that pressure is the pressure that needed to happen in order for us to start being ourselves, Aries. So that when Pluto implodes in 2023, I believe it's March, and goes officially into Aquarius, we finished the lesson. We're no longer going to bend over backwards and let our parents or any tradition tell us you can't go be an astrologer because astrology isn't unique to you. You can't go be a shaman, Pernell, because you can't change your mind and be a shaman. Well, nothing was changed. Nothing was changed. The pressure just showed me that when all the dust cleared and all the rocks began to foil, this is who I am. And I want you to think for yourself, from that time frame till now, this is who I am. Where Capricorn struggles the most in this time frame as we approach the Capricorn new moon, which means you don't have to struggle anymore. You have extra energy that can help you manifest your true and authentic self, not your not self, not yourself you were raised to be, not yourself you were conditioned to be, not yourself that you weren't willing to speak up and say you are, not yourself that didn't align with enough of a healthy version of your ego. Your actual self. There's new moon in Capricorn at the 1st degree of Aries. It's your actual self. Understand the amount of years that I'm telling you. I'm putting you on game. This is where you create your own household name. This is where you take the family and you go forward and like cardinal energy and you say gang, gang, gang. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your AstroShaman Pernell Bobby. Join our astrology memberships if you want to be able to digest what I'm talking about and be able to know intuitively how to even look at 2014, how to intuitively look at 2008, because I didn't do a lot of work to do that, to figure that out. I didn't, but it's about being who you are And if you can do it and understand how to manipulate time, which is the abilities of Capricorn, I have a video out there with the great connector, Nerij Pardesi. So you can go check that and it'll better understand Capricorn and how it manipulates time, because that's essentially what happened. I didn't focus and worry about it up front. I just followed my instinct up front. And along the way, that Libra energy I was talking about, Libra is, remember, it's in the house with Capricorn and Saturn, so it's exalted there, so it's even more potent and capable and able. But this is asking us to see where and in what relationships, business, personal, friendship, love, and otherwise, essentially, did we decide to just choose to be likable? Because being likable made it harder for other people to say no. And that's the strategy. It's a survival strategy of Libra. But that plays very well into the Capricornian energy. The only difference is Libra is more outspoken in that likability, and Capricorn is more going to just work and persevere through and for it, but it won't express what it's truly feeling or what it truly believes about itself, about its own career. It won't really, you know, have the opportunity to reveal to itself in private, because it's too focused on the external, what is necessary. But Libra has that ability to speak as an air sign, communication. So what I'm saying is, you're going to start realizing as the Scorpio moon is here going over the South Node, that what were the relationships that really were involved with your success and career ladder. You're going to see a lot of twin flames pulling up. You're going to see a lot of soulmates pulling up from the past. And they don't have to physically be in your space. They might honestly just be in your mind. And what you're going to likely notice is there's a lot of pressure in your head. Feels like, you know, steam wants to fall out, like you just need to do something. What you need to really focus on with Capricorn is to embrace melancholy and actually to rest during this season. Value to rest. Venus is in Capricorn. Think about what you need to do in order to structure and be more methodical in how you take care of your body and your sensual pleasures, aka via through rest. And what does rest mean for you? That might be a walk, a very slow walk alone. For me right now, it's sitting in the sun on a roof in the wintertime. Understand that Pluto and Capricorn is going to blow up. And when I say blow up, I mean implode. I mean it has to go inward, which means pressure. So you can tap on the forehead, you can tap on the temples, you can start to release pressure gradually. Back of the head. Okay, find your meridian points. You gotta find what works for you. Breath work. Find what works for you. This is my message. This is your AstroShaman Pernell Bobby. We generate a world of harmony by leveraging astrology, and harmony can only be achieved, quite frankly, when you're willing to see your actual self, not who you were taught to be, not who you were conditioned to be. As a part of that full circle, check out our Astro Divinity memberships. Truly, it's a beautiful time to be alive. Like, I'm so happy to and honored, quite frankly, that each one of those people in that group are allowing me to lead them in such a way. This is what the pressure has revealed to me, and here's what I'm here to share with you. Love.